The MI Reading layout gallery is located in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. MI Reading will automatically select a layout that can display the largest amount of data. To change your layout, enter the layout gallery by single-clicking the icon. In the layout gallery, you have both private and public layouts to choose from. Private layouts are those created or selected by you to utilize on a routine basis. These private layouts will be available to you every time you log in to streamline your access to the desired layouts. Public layouts are those available to all users on the system. Also, only those layouts available to be displayed on your monitor setup will be displayed. In this example, only widescreen single monitor layouts are provided. If there is a layout you will consistently use, for example the volume stripe layout, simply click, drag, and drop into private layouts. A new copy of this layout will now be listed in private layouts for quick access during future login. As mentioned, MI Reading will automatically select a layout that can display the largest amount of data. If you would like to configure the rules for loading display presets, enter the configuration dialog by left-clicking on the wrench in the MI Reading tab. By creating customized presets, time can be saved when performing your clinical read, as the display presets are created per user, per layout, per requested procedure. Therefore, your customized settings are only a click away for multiple displays. For example, if you would like the volume stripe display optimized to your reading preferences when a bone spect is loaded, first open the volume stripe layout. Make any modifications you would like to preserve in the display preset, for example the LUT color and displayed slices. Once the dataset is displayed the way you would like, left-click on the wrench in the MI Reading tab. A dialog box will open allowing you to add a new viewing preset rule. To add a new rule, left-click on the plus icon. Enter the viewing preset name you want affiliated with the currently displayed layout. Click on the column under Automatch Rule and enter the indicator you would like linked to the rule. An asterisk before and after the text indicates a wildcard. The rule will first look at the requested procedure. If the requested procedure is blank, it will then look at the study description. Left-click on OK after you are finished adding or deleting rules. The new viewing preset will now be listed in the drop-down and can easily be utilized to display your customized settings. The Patient Series Navigator can easily be accessed via the smart window on the right-hand side of the screen. To access the Series Navigator, you have the option to hover, which will open the Series Navigator for quick access covering the images displayed on the screen. Moving your mouse back onto the images will retract the Series Navigator. If you would like the Series Navigator to be locked open, simply click on the icon and the images will shift so all the image segments are visible with access to the Series Navigator. In the Patient Series Navigator, all patient data loaded into the workflow is displayed. Details of the time point, patient, study, and series are provided. Currently, the items highlighted in blue are actively displayed on the screen. Those data sets highlighted in black are not currently displayed on the screen. Notice when scrolling through the static images, the Series Navigator will update immediately, indicating what is currently displayed on the screen. If you would like to load another examination that was not automatically pulled into the workflow, simply left-click on the Add Study button to query the database for the selection of the desired case you would like to load. The synchronization icon is used to toggle or define the synchronization across segments. Display type, navigation, LUT, temporal navigation, zoom, and windowing can all be synchronized across segment. Currently, all the immediate blood pool images will window together. If you would like for the immediate blood pool images to window independently, simply left-click on the first image, hold down the Control key and left-click the remaining immediate blood pool images you would like to window independently. After the desired images are selected, left-click on the drop-down arrow next to the synchronization icon and uncheck Windowing. Each immediate blood pool image will now window independently of the others. The lock and scroll icons are used to adjust spatial alignment between two or more datasets. This icon will only be activated in the volume stripe display. If you believe the spatial alignment within a dataset is suboptimal, you can manipulate this by utilizing the Adjust Spatial Alignment icon. The image text icons provide you the opportunity to show the default image text, custom image text, or hide text completely. To visualize the custom image text, select the icon and left-click. The reduced image text will populate immediately. To customize the information visualized in the reduced image text, enter a segment of the image series you would like to modify and move the mouse to the upper left corner menu. Each of the different displayed series, whole body bone, dynamic and static, on this layout can show different customized image text. Once the corner menu populates, move the cursor over image text and left-click. A dialog box will open listing the available dataset information and the location it would appear on the image segment. To display the information, left-click on the white box to place a check mark. Uncheck the boxes you would not like displayed on the image segment. Left-click OK to save the changes. The image segments now show the customized image text. To hide or unhide the text, either click the icon or utilize the keyboard shortcut key T. The Hide Graphics icon will hide the color bars and any findings, distance lines, or markers you have placed on the images. To hide or unhide the graphics, simply click on the icon or utilize the keyboard shortcut key G. When visualizing tomographic data, reference lines are utilized across multiple planes. To hide the reference lines, either click on the icon or utilize the keyboard shortcut key H. The Layout Editor will allow you to manipulate the segment size. To turn on or off the layout editing mode, simply click on the icon. The segments will be highlighted, indicating the tool is active. To manipulate the segments, simply click, hold, and drag to the desired size. To turn off the layout editing mode, simply depress the button. To create snapshots, you can utilize the Create Snapshot icon, which will capture the active segment. To take a snapshot, either click on the icon or utilize keyboard shortcut key S. The snapshot will be saved as a new finding in the Findings Navigator. You can also create a snapshot of the entire layout by utilizing the Layout Capture icon. To print the visible image in the selected segment, click the icon or utilize the keyboard shortcut key E. To print all the series in a segment, either click the Capture All icon or utilize keyboard shortcut key A. Images can also be sent to the film sheet. If you are looking to add images to a presentation, you can export a segment, export all stacked images in a segment, copy to the clipboard to paste into a document, or copy the entire layout to the clipboard to paste into a document. You can also have the capability to perform a video screen capture. Undo and Redo icons are available to undo or redo the last action. The Findings Navigator is located on the left-hand side of the screen and tracks all lesions, distance lines, and labels marked on your images, providing a quick and efficient way to revisit the findings. When a finding is created in syngo, a screen capture of the segment is automatically created for the finding. To visualize the screen capture, double-click on the icon in the Findings Navigator. The information displayed in the Findings Navigator can be modified. To modify, right-click and check or uncheck the items you would like to have displayed. Windowing of the datasets can be performed in numerous ways. A normalization icon is provided in the Case Navigator. To normalize an image to a specific pixel, simply left-click on the icon and then left-click on the area of the dataset you would like to normalize to. LUT color bars are also provided on the datasets. To adjust the windowing, simply left-click on the top of the color bar and drag the mouse to the desired intensity. By holding the left mouse button while clicking on the bottom of the color bar, the background can be changed. If you click and hold on the middle of the color bar, you can modify both the intensity and background. If you double-click on the color bar, it will normalize back to 0 to 100. The middle mouse can also be utilized to window the dataset by holding down the middle mouse button and moving the mouse forward and backward to adjust the intensity. Now that you have been informed of the tools and functionalities in the Case Navigator, Series Navigator, and Findings Navigator, let's take a closer look at the tools and functionality provided in the image segments. To better visualize the dataset, you can maximize the displayed image real estate by pressing the keyboard shortcut key F11 to minimize the Case Navigator and Series Navigator. Now the entire screen real estate is covered with only the images, and the interpretation can begin. By default, syngo provides a lot of functionality without having to turn tools on or off. For example, zoom and pan. On the whole body bone images, you will notice the mouse cursor shows two overlaid squares. When the cursor looks like this, you are in zoom mode. To zoom, hold down the left mouse button and push and pull your mouse to make the images smaller or larger. When the mouse is moved closer to the center of the segment, you will notice the mouse cursor will now display 4 arrows in a plus configuration. This will allow you to pan the image by holding down the left mouse button. To visualize more of the flow or static data, simply left-click on the down arrow or click and hold the left mouse button and scroll. syngo has been designed to provide quick access to the tools needed for your daily clinical routine. On the immediate blood pool image, you will notice that on the corners you can visualize icons. These are called corner menus. The corner menus follow to whichever segment the mouse cursor is in. By having the corner menus on each segment, this provides a quick and efficient way to quantify and manipulate your images. For the sake of the tutorial, we will bring one of these segments to full screen, providing a larger visualization of the tools in each segment. To make any segment full screen, simply double-click on the segment. The upper left corner menu provides access to tools used to manipulate the image. To access these tools, simply move your mouse over the icon and the list of tools will populate. If a tool is highlighted in blue, it means the tool is currently active. To activate any of the available tools, simply move the mouse over the tool to highlight it and left-click. The lower left corner menu will allow you to select the type of image displayed on the image segment. Again, to access the tools, simply move your mouse over the icon and the tools will populate. Different types of images that can be selected will be displayed. The upper right corner menu will provide access to tools that will allow you to quantify and create measurements on your patient dataset. Again, to access these tools, simply move your mouse over the icon and the tools will appear. Notice that some of the tools have an arrow pointing down next to them. This means that there is different functionality under the tool. To activate a tool, simply highlight and left-click on the tool. The lower right corner menu provides access to your windowing and preset tools. Again, to access these tools, Simply move your mouse over the icon and the tools will appear. Notice there are no arrows pointing downward, but an arrow pointing to the left. These arrows mean that there are more windowing options available to you. For example, Units have an expansion window. By moving the cursor over Units, the expansion window will populate, providing access to the different units of measurement. NM presets are also provided. For example, if the dataset has an intense brain or bladder, the windowing can be quickly adjusted from 0 background to a preset top level. By selecting the preset, notice the image changes immediately. Presets can be modified. To modify, right-click on the preset and left-click on the Modify preset. Enter the bottom and top value and click OK. Multiple color LUTs are also provided and can be selected. The corner menus provide quick and efficient access to those tools needed to assess your patient dataset. Syngo takes the efficiency one step further by providing a context menu. The context menu provides tools right at your cursor. To access the context menu, simply right-click and the context menu will open. The context menu provides default tools that are routinely utilized in your patient read. You have the capability to add tools to the context menu that you will utilize on a routine basis. The context menu configuration will be saved for any future logon. If you would like to add, for example, ROI freehand, simply move your cursor over the corner menu, highlight the item, right-click, and click on Send to Context Menu. After performing this, ROI freehand is saved in the context menu. If you right-click to see your context menu, you will now see that ROI freehand is included. Again, to add an item to the context menu, move your cursor over the corner menu, highlight the desired tool, right-click, and click Send to Context Menu. If there is a tool that was added to the context menu that is no longer utilized, simply move your cursor over the tool, hold down the left mouse button, and drag the item out of the context menu. The patient demographic is listed at the top of the layout and pulls the information from the DICOM headers of the dataset in the upper left quadrant of the screen. In this example, the whole body bone scan. To modify which patient demographics are displayed on the screen, right-click in Demographic Image segment and select Configure Text. A dialog box will open showing all the attributes that are available to be displayed. To add or remove an attribute, highlight the attribute and select either the Add or Remove icon to move it to the desired location. The order of the selected attributes can also be reordered by highlighting the attribute and clicking the up or down icon. If you do not want the attribute name listed in the Patient Demographics image segment, uncheck the Display Identifying String box. By unchecking this box, the attribute name will no longer be displayed, only the patient information from the DICOM headers. Upon clicking OK, the attributes update immediately. The volume stripe layout provides for visualization of up to 8 tomographic dataset. A series identifier is listed under the patient demographics. In this example, Series A is the X-SPECT Bone SPECT Tomo, and Series B is the B31S Kernel CT. If you would like to replace a dataset with a different series, enter the Series Navigator by moving your cursor over the arrow icon on the right-hand side of the screen. Left-click and hold on the dataset you would like to load, and drag it to the image segment you would like to replace. Upon release of the left mouse button, the dataset will load. The series identifier will update, indicating which series are currently displayed. If you would like to remove a dataset, right-click and select Remove. If you would like to visualize a fused dataset, enter the Series Navigator by moving the cursor over the arrow icon on the right-hand side of the screen. Right-click and drag the CT dataset to the empty row. Enter the Series Navigator again, and right-click and hold on the desired SPECT dataset and drag it to the displayed CT dataset. Upon release of the mouse button, Smart Text will populate asking if you would like to add, replace, or fuse. To fuse the dataset, select Fuse by left-clicking. The image segments will update. The series identifier will now show the new dataset loaded as Series C. The fused dataset will now also show BC, indicating it is comprised of Series B and C as identified in the series identifier. Scrolling is automatically turned on in MI Reading, and you can scroll in numerous ways. One, by holding down the right mouse button and pushing or pulling the mouse. The speed of the scrolling is based on the speed of the mouse movement. When an area of interest is found, you can utilize a second method. Use the center scroll wheel to slowly move through the images. Also, the arrow up and arrow down keys can be used to move through the images. To alpha blend the fused dataset, a slider bar is provided to alpha blend between 100% SPECT and 100% CT. To change the properties of the volume stripe display, enter the upper left corner menu and select Volume Stripe Properties. A dialog box will populate allowing for the number of rows and number of slices per row. Select if you want 1, 2, or 3 planes shown, and then the total number of rows and slices per plane. Click OK, and the layout will update immediately. To change the orientation of a displayed series, right-click on the orientation cube and select the desired orientation. To hide the orientation, right-click on an image segment to open the context menu and select Hide Orientation Cube. syngo also provides information on the tools and their functionalities. If you need more information on a specific tool, simply let the cursor hover over the tool until a smart text appears. In this example, Save Viewing Preset. If you need more information, click on the arrow. Now we learn that the icon saves the current view setting into the active viewing preset. If you still need more information, you can access the online help by clicking on the More link. You will be directed to the page that explains the tool in more detail. To exit online help, click on the X.